An atom consists of protons, neutrons, and electrons in it. Among these three, protons and neutrons are present inside the nucleus at the center of atom. Electrons will be revolving around to the nucleus. Atomic number means number of protons present in an atom. Letter to represent atomic number is Z. Atomic number is the identity of an element, meaning if we are recognizing something as carbon, it means there are 6 protons in it. If we are recognizing something as sodium, it means there are 11 protons in it. This very identity for an element comes because of the number of protons present in it. It is a unique property because no two elements can have same Z. During a chemical reaction, atomic number won't change. Chemical reaction is all about disturbing electrons. We never touch protons or neutrons present inside the nucleus during a chemical reaction. Mass number means number of protons plus number of neutrons. Letter to represent mass number is A. If we want to find out number of neutrons, then we just have to do A minus Z. That is, number of protons plus number of neutrons minus number of protons give us number of neutrons. During a chemical reaction, mass number won't change. Again, for the same reason, in a chemical reaction, we only disturb electrons and not the protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus. To represent an element with atomic number and mass number, we use symbol like this or like this. All the time, atomic number Z will be mentioned as a subscript either on the left hand side of the element symbol or on the right hand side of the element symbol. Mass number A is always it always sit as a superscript on the left hand side of the element symbol. Isotopes means elements with same Z and different A. Same Z means number of protons remains same. Different A means two isotopes will be having different number of neutrons in it. Example, carbon 12, carbon 14. The moment we call this element as carbon, we know that Z for this is 6. Carbon 12 is having 12 minus 6, 6 neutrons. Carbon 14 is having 14 minus 6, 8 neutrons. Earliest attempt in the history of periodic table is classifying the then known elements into metals and non-metals. If we trace back, people knew how to use refined copper metal around 11,000 years ago. Drawback of this approach is it had no place for metalloids. Metalloids are all those elements which are having properties of both metals and non-metals. Next attempt is Dobereiner's triads from the scientist Dobereiner. His period is 1780 to 1849. He classified the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into groups of 3 elements called triads. In each triad, atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the average atomic mass of other 2 elements. Example, if we consider lithium, sodium and potassium, these are their atomic masses. If we add the atomic mass of lithium and potassium and divide by 2, we get 22.95. This is approximately equal to atomic mass of sodium. Similarly, we are having calcium, strontium and barium as another triad. Chlorine, bromine and iodine forms one more triad. Limitation of this approach is all the then known elements could not be arranged in the form of triads. So, they dismissed the theory as coincidence. Next work is from Newland under the name Law of Octaves. His period is from 1837 to 1898. Even Newland kept atomic mass as the basis for his work. He classified the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses into groups called as octaves. Like the notes of music, he noted that every eighth element had properties similar to that of first element, and he called it as law of octave. If we consider the notes of music, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Eighth note sa is very much similar to the first note sa. In the same manner, when we arrange the elements hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, eighth element fluorine is similar to first element hydrogen. Ninth element sodium is similar to second element lithium. Uh, Tenth element magnesium is similar to third element beryllium, and so on. This is called as law of octave. Limitations of Newland's law. It was applicable only for lighter elements up to calcium. After calcium, every eighth element was not possessing the properties similar to that of first element. Newland assumed only 56 elements existed in nature. He didn't keep any room vacant for the discovery of new elements. In order to fit elements into his table, Newland adjusted two elements in the same slot. While doing so, he put some unlike elements under the same block. You can observe here, cobalt and nickel are together in the same slot. Cerium and lanthanum are also placed together in the same slot. Breakthrough in the work of periodic table came from two scientists, Mendeleev and Lothar Meyer. Both of them worked independently and proposed that when elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic weights, similarities appear in physical and chemical properties at regular intervals. Though both of them had the same idea during the same time, it was Mendeleev who became more famous than Lothar Meyer because of systematicity in his work. Mendeleev classification was based on atomic weight, physical properties like melting point and boiling point, chemical properties like reaction with hydrogen forming hydrides, reaction with oxygen forming oxides. If all the three are complementing with each other for the arrangement of elements, it is fine. If there is a contradiction in the arrangement of elements between atomic weight and physical and chemical properties, he had given more weightage to physical and chemical properties arrangement than to the atomic weight arrangement. Mendeleev's periodic law states properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses. Key points from Mendeleev's work are: importance was given to similarities in chemical and physical properties than atomic weights. He observed that changes in atomic weights is not regular and there are few elements which do not fit into the classification if the order of atomic weight was strictly followed. He even proposed that some of the elements were still undiscovered at that time, so left several gaps in his periodic table. Examples: Aka aluminium is one space he left empty in the Mendeleev's periodic table that is filled by the element gallium in the modern periodic table. Aka silicon was the space left for one element in Mendeleev's periodic table that is filled by germanium in the modern periodic table. Eka is a Sanskrit word meaning one. Eka aluminium means one place down to aluminium. Indeed, gallium occupies the place down to aluminium in the modern periodic table. Similarly, germanium is placed below silicon in modern periodic table. This is Mendeleev's periodic table, which is having 6 horizontal rows, which Mendeleev called it as periods. There are 8 vertical columns, which he called it as groups. From group 1 to group 7, there are 2 subgroups called as A and B. In group 8, there are 3 elements in it. Aluminium atomic weight is more than the atomic weight of silicon. Even then, Mendeleev placed aluminium prior to silicon in his periodic table because chemical and physical properties of aluminium was more closer to boron than to carbon. Similar observations can be seen between vanadium and chromium, tellurium and iodine. Mendeleev left one place empty down to aluminium and called it as Aka aluminium, another place empty down to silicon and called it as Aka silicon. These two elements were not known at that time, but he suspected the presence of those elements in the nature. Today, in the modern periodic table, we recognize these two elements as gallium and germanium, respectively. Mendeleev's periodic table has 6 horizontal rows called as periods, 8 vertical columns called as groups. Group 1 to 7 has 2 subgroups in it called as A and V. Group 8 has 3 elements in it. Elements having similar properties were placed in the same group. Summing up the achievements of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev inverted the sequence wherever necessary while arranging the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses, so that elements with similar properties could be grouped together. This we have already discussed. Cobalt comes first to nickel in Mendeleev's periodic table, though cobalt atomic mass is more than nickel atomic mass. Same is the case between tellurium and iodine. Spaces were left vacant with an idea to accommodate the elements to be discovered in the future. Mendeleev predicted the existence of scandium, gallium, germanium by naming them as Aka boron, Aka aluminium and Aka silicon respectively. Mendeleev's periodic table could predict the properties of group elements, which helped in the discovery of new elements belonging to the same group having the same properties or similar properties. Inert gas elements discovered later could be easily placed in a separate group without disturbing the table. Limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev could not assign a correct position to hydrogen because hydrogen was showing the properties similar to that of alkali metals as well as to that of halogens, because of which to which group hydrogen exactly belongs to was not clear. Position of isotopes of an element is not clear in Mendeleev's periodic table. As all isotopes of an element have similar chemical properties, it should be placed together in a single block in Mendeleev's periodic table according to its basics. As atomic masses do not increase in a regular fashion from element to element, it is very hard to predict how many new elements could be discovered between two known elements.